Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a quick comparison of the Louis Vuitton Pochette Accessoires versus the Chanel wallet on chain. This is the classic version. But I say quick comparison because the main focus of this video is to really try to gauge whether or not you think either of these are worth the current prices, and if you were to purchase one of them, which one you think is more worth it, which one is of greater value in your eyes. Okay, so this one here, as we know, with all the Louis Vuitton price increases, has gone up to a whopping $1,290. That is US retail and then plus tax on top of that. So this has gone up so much in the last few years. This one here has not gone up as astronomically when we think about proportional, percentage wise. So this one is much more expensive. It's $2,950. But again, percentage increase wise, this has not gone up as fast as the Pochette Accessoires. So again, $1,290 at the moment, and then $2,950, so nearly $3,000 plus tax, okay? But the reason why we're comparing these two is because I got a lot of messages recently when we started talking about all the Louis Vuitton canvas pieces that were showing up as available on the website. I did a whole video on that. If you missed it, I'll link it up above. And lots of questions as to why there was so much inventory and whether or not people were just shying away from some of the classic Louis Vuitton pieces, even though they're now available. Are they just too expensive? So that led to the whole, is it worth it conversation. Now, these two are technically considered entry-level pieces for both brands. This one here was in the SLG category for many years, and then they recently moved it to the handbag category, okay? Same thing with this. This one from Chanel is considered an SLG, even though I don't know anyone who uses this as a pure wallet. It is called a wallet on chain, but I don't know anyone who uses it as a wallet, okay? So I do think this should be in the handbag category, but then maybe they would jack up the price just the way Louis Vuitton did with this. So let's just leave that alone. Okay, so in terms of dimensions, really quickly, you can see here that the wallet on chain, or better known as the Chanel Walk, is about an inch shorter in length, just shy of an inch or so, as you can see right there. But in terms of the height of the bag from bottom to top, it is essentially the same. Okay, and then from the side here, let me just pull the tab up. This is what it looks like in terms of depth. So very similar. Now, I will say this is going to be a little bit heavier. This is also going to be all leather, and it's going to have a lot more compartments, which I'll show you in a minute. And this one is Featherlight. It's mostly canvas. And here I'll show you, it's got the textile lining. It's just this chestnut brown. And then the newer versions have this one slip pocket. If you go way back and go to the older versions or the vintage pochettes, this slip pocket will not be there, and it will just be one compartment. Now this one is zipper, as you can see, and this one is snap closure. On the newer models, it is a magnetic closure. I'll show you that on the other version I have. This one here, this is the filigree walk that I have, and this one is magnetic, as you can see. And this one is going to be a little bit more expensive. I don't even know if this is available anymore. I think this is a seasonal piece, but I remember I did pay a little bit above the price of the classic. So they will vary in price a little bit if they are seasonal items. But this one is the classic black caviar with the silver hardware, and this is what it looks like with compartments. One compartment here, you've got a zippered compartment right here, and then you've got another compartment back here, and then you've got a bunch of card slots, I think 6 in total. And then you have this one, which is my favorite, this zip pocket that goes all the way down to the bottom. I've shown this before. It's quite roomy, and it definitely fits passports if you're curious. And then the back pocket for a little ticket or parking valet or whatever, something small, Metro card. This is the base shaper that I got from MBoutique. I always keep it in there. It kind of opens up the bag so it doesn't get smushed. It keeps the structure. It also keeps the inside clean. I do have a promo code that I believe is still valid in my description box below. If you're interested in purchasing this, it's quite nifty. Okay, so lots of compartments, right, on this version here. And like I said, all leather. Then it has an attached chain. So this is not removable. Okay, which is different from the Pochette Accessoires. So I'm going to show you in a minute, but this is quite long. I'm about 5 feet 6 inches tall, and it hangs pretty long on me. I can deal with it crossbody, but it still feels a little bit long. So the cool thing about this is you can purchase little shortener clips from places like Amazon. I do have them. I just hardly ever use them because instead I like to wrap this around, and when I do it like this, it's just as nice. Looks really clean. I don't have to fuss with any clips. And this actually works really well as a high crossbody or just as a shoulder bag. You can also play around with this even further by wrapping it more, and you can even have this chain sitting on the top like an embellishment hanging, and this could be a really short kind of evening bag. So even though the chain is not removable, it is fairly versatile in the way this is designed because you can wrap this around pretty easily. Now be mindful that this is the classic walk version that has the leather piping or whatever you want to call it going through here, and then the chain kind of goes through the piping. There are some walk versions that nowadays they have a little ring on the outside and the chain is attached to that outside portion. I don't personally love that because then it makes it a lot less versatile because you can't wrap the chain as well as you do with this version. So I love this classic old school version here. Okay, so that's that. Now this, I think you can dress up, you can dress down. I wear this a lot. In fact, both of these are my two most worn handbags. I think if you've watched my previous videos where I do most and least used, you'll know these are always in the top. Now this one here, like I said, is a zipper opening, just like that. It does come with a short vachetta leather strap. It's like a short shoulder strap. I never ever use it. I hardly ever wear bags like that where they're sitting under my armpit. So I remove it and I keep it in the box, and I use other straps and chains, which I will show you in a minute. But if you've been here before, you've probably seen them many times. Again, this is what it looks like. I'm going to show you what fits in here, and I'm going to transfer them here into the walk and see if they fit an equal amount or if they fit differently. I think this is going to fit more. That's just my guess. This one here, I feel like it seems like such a carefree, casual piece. It's, after all, canvas and it's monogram, right? But I do think that you can use this as a little clutch or pouch under the arm, and you can potentially dress this up. I've mentioned this before, but there is that famous photo of Sarah Jessica Parker way back several years ago, and she's got this under her arm, and it looks pretty chic. So you can dress this up. Now let me show you a little bit of the fun that I have. A lot of these chains and straps I'm featuring are from Dress Up Your Purse or Organize My Bag. They have very similar kinds of chains and straps. So I have promo codes down below in my description box. Go ahead and take a look. I mentioned in my last video when I was talking about the new Louis Vuitton toiletry pouches that sometimes these really popular ones are sold out. So just check either website and see where you can find what you're looking for. But I'm a huge fan of both of those places, Dress Up Your Purse and Organize My Bag. And you can save some money if you want to use the promo codes down below. So this is how I kind of dress it up. Like if I were to use a shiny gold chain like this, it does make it a little bit more festive. I won't show it again here, you're probably sick of seeing it, but I have looped this around 2 or 3 times, making this a bit of an embellishment as well. If you just want to wear it casual, I have this vachetta crossbody strap. I could also take off the monogram strap from my Pochette Matisse and put it on here and do all monogram look, right? And this one here also from Dress Up Your Purse is just like a really carefree, thick, cottony band with some vachetta. It's really nice for just errands on the go, especially for travel. It's really comfortable. So I feel like they can both be dressed up and down, but if I'm going to be honest, I feel like this one obviously can look a lot dressier just because of the fact that it's leather. It's a little bit more understated. It's got this nice matching interwoven leather and chain look going on. This one I think is definitely more casual, but like I said, you can dress it up if you want to. So let me just grab some stuff and start filling, and I'll show you very quickly how this looks with some of my belongings. So I'm rushing right now because I have to run, but this one, my Gucci sunglasses just in the soft pouch. Plop that in. And my key pouch. Okay. Let's make believe my phone is in here. Believe it or not, I still use a really old iPhone 7 Plus, which I'm filming with, but I'm going to get a new one soon because I dropped it and the bottom of the screen has cracked. I'm just not into gadgets and technology, so I'm not in a rush. This one is the Chanel Mini O case. That does fit. Here's my favorite hand sanitizer. I'll link it below. It's from Nushinko. Isn't it so nice? And then let's grab a card holder. This is my oldest Chanel one. Here is my favorite lip balm these days from Hermes. It's got no color to it. It's really hydrating. Magnetic case. I think it's really nice if you want to just get someone a little gift or a treat for yourself right there. And here is a Hermes lipstick if you wanted to do 2. I could probably squeeze some other things. This is a mirror, Chanel mirror, which is also a nice gift idea. Okay, that's pretty packed. Oh my gosh, that is packed. I don't think I've ever packed it this much. So it does, wow, what is that happening at the bottom? So it does zip up and it is fine. It's just bulging in some areas, but it's fine and it's still really light. If I were to take out this mirror and one of the lipsticks, probably makes it a little easier, but you can see that it fits all essentials and then some. I've even got my sunglasses in there. So this really packs a punch. I always rave about this. As you can see, a lot fitting in. I'm gonna just dump this and see quickly how it looks in the Chanel wallet on chain. Okay, so this I'm gonna have to just shimmy around a bit. So for example, the phone, if you have a much bulkier or bigger phone, then it might not fit, but I can get it in that first pocket there. This I would not put because it takes up too much space, but you can see that's how it looks like. You can technically carry it around, but it looks kind of silly. So I can use the card slots in the back, but honestly, I usually just like to bring my card holder. So let's take this out. This is too bulky for the walk, honestly. So that's gonna be not great. I have to have my keys. That goes in easily. Oops. Okay, let's grab at least one lipstick. Should we do the mirror? I don't know. I kind of use my phone as my mirror these days. Here's another lippy. So it's getting kind of tight, right? So sometimes what I'll do is I'll take this out, just take my cards and cash, and I'll put it in here. So here's the authenticity card at the moment. Make believe this is my driver's license or credit card, and let's say I put some cash in here. So that actually saves some space. I usually like to do that. Here is the hand sanitizer again. So all of that fits. Let's see if I can squeeze my sunglasses. Usually when I use my walk, I have my sunglasses just on my face or resting on the top of my head because it gets tight. It's possible if they're not super, super bulky, but it does get tight. So as you can see, it does fit. And voila! It closes up, but look at it. It's got like a big bulging front. So I think the sunglasses are just a bit much. If I were to just wear them on my head, that looks better. Here's the side. This is still more than I would normally pack, but you can see, just to get an idea, that the Pochette Accessoires definitely fits more easily compared to the walk. So if you're looking for something that is quite versatile and light, and you don't mind the canvas and the monogram, then I think the capacity-wise, the Pochette Accessoires is the clear winner. But the price, you know, I know we're comparing apples and oranges here, but the price is just quite different. There is almost a $1,700 difference between the two of these, right? $1,290 again and $2,950, not even factoring sales tax. So yeah, that's at least $1,700 difference if you add up taxes and the difference there too. So my question to you is, do you have a preference? Are you more of a Louis Vuitton fan? Are you more of a Chanel fan? Are you a fan of both like me? And which one do you think is more worth it? Because one of you messaged me not too long ago and made a really interesting point saying, we were talking about how the Pochette Accessoires is no longer worth it at the new price, but then what about the walk, right? So it's kind of like, relatively speaking, this is still a good deal. If you don't mind canvas, Louis Vuitton. If you want all leather, this is probably more up your alley, but you're going to spend over $3,000 with sales tax. So I'm really curious. Lately, these videos I have been making, I'm more curious on your thoughts. I read all of your comments, even if I don't respond to every single one. I literally read every single one of your comments. It's like my nightly reading before bed. So I'd be curious to know which one you would choose and which one you think is more bang for your buck, which one you think is more worth it. I know that's a very subjective question, but I'm just curious to know your thoughts. So please leave a comment in the comment section. And I know this was a fast talking video, but I hope you got the point. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.